Assalamu alaikum. It's AKILAH. Peace everybody. Peace, peace, peace. Yes, I am stuck in a tropical storm, Hurricane Harvey. It's Monday, August 28th. It's about 10:55 p.m. and I thought it would make sense to make this video because a lot of people are worried, I'm sure, about me. I haven't been on social media, like nothing. I've been totally MIA. Can't wait to make a video on that, you know. Anywho, I was supposed to be in Chicago this week actually, but of course that flight was canceled. The blessing is I am safe. I went to my mom's house because I was like, okay, if this is supposed to be some category 4 hurricane, I'm gonna be at my mom's house. The good thing is her street is not flooded. The power did go out like twice, but clearly the power is back on. It's been kind of crazy though. If you turn on the news, it's like, what? First off, I had no idea that this hurricane was even coming. I found out because my play aunt, she texted me, it was like Wednesday or Thursday. She texted me like, hey, can I stay at your house? And I was like, I mean, of course, in my head, I'm like, duh, of course you can. But at the same time, I'm like, that's weird because she lives all the way in Winnie, Texas. So I'm like, okay, maybe she has a flight in the morning and because I live by the airport. And so, but I was at work, so I didn't get a chance to text her back in time. And so she texted me again and was like, we're evacuating. I'm like, what is going on? Then I asked people, I'm like, is there supposed to be some type of storm or something coming? Because my aunt is saying she's evacuating to my house. And I'm just like, of course my manager is like, yeah, there's supposed to be some type of storm. And I'm like, okay. But I still didn't want to, I wasn't like texting back like, eh. When I finally did text back, she said that because she was already about to be in the area, she was going to stay with somebody else. So I'm like, okay. So then I text my mom and I'm just kind of like, what? And so she was telling me, yeah, it's supposed to be a storm. I'm like, okay. Long story short, I go to work the next day and, you know, people are now starting to talk about, oh, it's a hurricane. Of course, by then I saw the news. Okay, and they're like category 3, and it's like, okay, and it's like category 4. I'm like, okay, that's pretty big because the highest you can go is category 5, from what I'm taught. So I was just like, okay, this is about to be huge. Like, whoa. I'm thinking like, I'm not going to work. I'm not coming to work the next day. But of course, the way people are set up, you know, white people, you know, when it's stuff like this that happen, they be scared and restaurants be packed regardless because they want to get away, you know, running away from their guilty conscience, you know, thinking the world gonna end and kill all of them. But anywho, so it was packed at the restaurant. Saturday morning, like I'm talking about 8 in the morning, I decided to drive to my apartment to turn off all my lights just in case I'm here like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, because see, my lights and everything, my electricity is free on the weekend. So I just was having a ball. I had turned on all my lights and whatnot. So I was like, let me go and turn all that off. Okay. I was like, if there's any time for me to go drive around the city, it would be right now. So I got in the car. I drove to my apartment. The feeders were already starting to flood. So I literally had to, like, I was driving and I literally had to like back up, reverse, like, for a little bit, and all these policemen were like passing me by. I'm like, really? What if I was like, I don't know. So I had stopped and they were just passing me by. I'm like, okay. And so then I kept going backwards, and then I got on the freeway, made it to my apartment, turned off all the lights and everything, and then I started heading back to my mom's house. And that was crazy because I was like, oh my God, I barely made it to the apartment at 8 a.m. Like the storm had not even really intensified yet. So that's crazy. So I call in. I'm like, I don't think I'm going to be able to come to work because I barely made it to my apartment this morning trying to turn off my lights. And they were just like, well, the water's not that high here. I called them around 1. I was supposed to be there at 3. And they were like, the water's not really high here. the water receded. I had the same problem when I was driving. This is a manager talking, you know how to talk. And I was like, okay, I was thinking, well, I'm still not taking my car. So I got a Lyft, not Uber, because I don't do Uber because they support the Muslim ban and all that. So I took Lyft, and it was a sister. I was like, okay. It's hardly like nobody on the streets, but everybody was at the restaurant because we were open. Like hardly no other restaurants were open. So I'm making bank. I'm like, why are all these people here? I had one customer be like, I wish there was a hurricane every day. It's like, what in the world? He was like, yeah, because the freeway was just clear. It was nobody on the roads. I was like, this. So my coworker takes me home. I'm like, okay, let me know when you get home. I'm calling her, because she lives literally down the street. So I'm calling her, and she isn't answering. I'm texting her, she isn't texting back. I'm like, this is not good. She finally texts back. She's like, girl, my street is flooded. I was like, so you can't, I said, you can't get to your house? She didn't answer. I called her, she did not answer, and she finally called me back. And so she called me back, and she said, girl, I had to park my car at an abandoned house like 2 streets down because I couldn't drive my car through the water. She said she was walking waist deep. She took off her shoes because her shoes were too heavy or something like that. She took off her shoes and was walking to her house like waist deep water. I'm like, this is Saturday. This is like day 1. So I'm like, whoa, and she down the street. So I'm like, dang, that's crazy. But my mom did tell me that down there where she lives floods really easy. So that's when I was like, dang, this is crazy. I'm staying in the house. Sunday morning, I had a flight to Chicago. So I was like, okay, I could either take a Lyft to the airport. My mom was like, your flight's gonna get canceled. And I'm just kind of like, it's not canceled yet. I still have this email that says on time. And so she's like, you ain't gonna listen to me? Okay, I work for the airport, but now I'm just a dummy. I'm like, okay. So I'm like, I'd rather cancel it and get some of my money first, my money back, than go to the airport and then they cancel it in my face and I'm mad. So I decided that night, I was like, let me just cancel the flight. And I got a refund, not a full refund. I wish. I only got like $108 back, but because they charged a $90. Hi, Spirit Airlines. They charged a $90 cancellation fee. Okay, I go to sleep, I wake up and I find out they canceled the flight. But mind you, the flight was supposed to be at like 6 something in the morning. They canceled the flight. They sent an email at like 5 something. Like, mind you, I would have already been at the airport like mama said. Well, anywho, it's Monday right now, and so technically this is like the 3rd day of the hurricane. It's literally raining right now outside. I took a little footage of the rain and the wind earlier. So today my mom's co-worker, she had to get rescued. Her sister and her nephew and their little dog Max, they had to get out and take a boat, and the boat took them to a nearby street by my mom's house. They got out and had to walk. They walked to my mom's house. So I'm asleep, I'm knocked out, because first off, this rain is making me so tired. When I tell you, all this rain got me so exhausted. I've just been sleeping like all that. This video is the most exciting thing I have done since Saturday. It's this bang on the door and I'm just like, what? And so my mom was like, oh, well, this might be Jocelyn, because I told her she could come here if, you know, when she leaves. And so, girl, she opened that door. I was half asleep first off. I didn't know nobody was coming. My mom really didn't know if she was coming or not. I'm half asleep. I'm waking up. I'm like, oh, okay. She opened that door. They standing out there looking like Bill Cosby on that Thanksgiving episode when he kept going to the stove and getting the eggs. Like, it was like that. I was like, oh snap. They were drenched. They were soaking wet because they had just walked in the rain to the house after they took that boat ride. This is facts. I'm telling you, they were at the house. My mom rushed, got all these towels. I got up out of my daze, like, what do I need to do? So she got all these towels. I'm like, y'all come in. And so that happened. They got dried off, and then her daughter called literally like right when they were walking in the door and said that she was on the way to come pick them up. So they had dried off, and then her daughter came immediately. Like they had just dried off, and I was like, oh, she's here. So she came. They came with a minivan, and they got dry, and they thanked us, and they left. I was like, let me know when they get to the house, because I don't know how they're gonna drive back through wherever they are going. So that was really it just shows you that this is no joke, that people are taking boats in streets. This is real. Like Hurricane Harvey is here, and it's crazy. I'm just blessed that we have power. So many people who I know are flooded out, and there's people who have water coming through their roofs and everything, and I'm just like, oh, I'm literally like rare. It's like rare that we are. So yeah, that's pretty much the update. This is not how I wanted to see y'all, but just let you know, I am alive, I am well, I am okay in this hurricane, and hopefully I'll be able to see you soon. And pray for those who are at the George R. Brown Convention Center, for those who are dealing with the loss of their homes and their cars, and because there's a lot of people whose cars are underwater. Just pray for everybody. I am a-okay. I just wanted to get on here to let y'all know I'm okay. I'm good. I'm good. And Allah's merciful. Y'all definitely know that this world is going down. As you see, it's tumbling, it's crumbling in front of us. We have the opportunity to create a new order. And yeah, y'all like, dang, she just got real deep. Yeah, that's just how I am. AKILAH, signing out.